Hey guys, welcome to another Medieval 2 commentary video I'll be presenting, and this time all that crappy weather outside, at least where I live in, has made me want to play with, well, as you can see, the English. Besides that, I really wanted to find a good use for these guys, for their, especially for their longbows and Yeoman Archers, which get, well, pretty much outclassed in all periods battle, especially in the late period, by all that gunpowder. So I decided to give them a try in a high period battle, and to try to, you know, just mix things up to compose an army which is balanced and gives me a feel for control and for, you know, which I'm comfortable playing with. So I tried, and this is what I came up with. As you can see, I have two units of Yeoman Archers. I have 2 units of Longbowmen, regular Longbowmen, 3 Dismounted English Knights. I have 4 Armoured Swordsmen, Great Backbone Infantry, 2 English Knights, and I have 3 units of these Levy Spearmen. Really crappy stats, a lot of guys though, and they can swarm enemy cav. As you can see, my opponent took control of the Byzantines, and the Byzantine horse archers are harassing my guys from the very start. These 2 units of Skitikon, which are pretty crappy horse archers, but still very fast moving, and I know he will try to harass me all the way while I try to march over here on his little nice hilltop position. So I know I have to move up, and while doing it I have to be careful. Now these guys will charge down and try to disrupt my guys, but I will catch one of these units, one of these Skitikon units. The other will get away and harass my guys even more. The thing is, I only have 3 units of English Knights, and these guys I will place on the outermost left of my army. They cannot get these Skitikon anyway, so nothing to chase actually there. And I will try to get my Longbowmen to stand a little bit in a fight against this Skitikon, which is doable. I have 2 units of Longbowmen. They have more men than the Skitikon, and as far as I know, their stats are relatively equal, so they can stand up and just not instantly rout from first impact. And while I do this, I brought my Dismounted English Knights from the back, and as you can see, I have routed and pretty much destroyed this unit of Skitikon over here. Now I can get back into position, and because my Longbowmen and Yeoman Archers totally outrange the Skitikon, I will be much more comfortable advancing forward. Now the whole point, let's say, of this army was to take great care of micromanaging these 3 units of English Knights. Trust me, I will need them. I cannot afford to lose men in them from the very start. They are going to be supported by these Levy Spearmen. I have my Armoured Swordsmen as the backbone infantry. I have the Yeoman Archers and Longbowmen as good missile troops with good firing rate and armor piercing. Not as good as Pavis crossbowmen maybe, but still pretty good. And I have my Dismounted English Knights to go on the other wing to absorb the cavalry charge on the other wing and to diminish the enemy scav on that wing. So that's the whole point here. I'm betting on my Armored Swordsmen, which are great infantry, and on a cohesion and teamwork of all my other units here. We'll see how it works. While the Skitikon are still harassing my guys, not much success. Their attack is relatively low. While those guys are harassing my guys, let me introduce to you the army of my opponent. You saw those 2 units of Skitikon, and first thing that came up to my mind when I saw his army like this was, oh god, please let those not be cataphracts, and they are not. Those are the Byzantine Lancers. Medium cav, let's say. I'm not too worried about those guys. And then he's got I think 4 units of no, 1 unit of Trebizond Archers, 2 units of Trebizond Archers, 3 Byzantine Archers, yeah, 4 units of Byzantine Archers, and his best probably army component, his infantry, 2 units of Varangian Guard, 2 units of Varangian Guard on the right, then 4 units of Byzantine infantry, and then 4 units of dismounted Byzantine lancers. So a lot of units and a lot of well, solid units. His infantry, I think he's got more good infantry than I do, and here he tried to engage my Levy Spearmen. Of course, Spearmen killed off his Kitikon, and that was it. The last thing I saw from these guys. He's betting on his infantry, I guess, to try to win everywhere else except against my Armoured Swordsmen, which I don't think he can win in a one-on-one situation. And then he should try to flank my guys. Whether it will work, we'll see. Now that my way is free, I will march my way up to this guy. I don't think he will move from his hilltop, as I said, and I need to make him move from there, because attacking from here straightforwards is not it's not really an option for my English army. So I need to maneuver my guys into a good position to attack him. What I want to say is, slowly but surely, I think I got the hang of it, of building these high period armies at 10k. I found it really hard at the beginning because, well, at 15k in all periods, when you play at 15k at all periods, you can basically go for, well, maybe you're limited, but you're not you're still not really thinking about it. You can still go for your 4 Aventuros and, I don't know, 4 Conquistadores and 4 Musketeers and throw in some calf at 15k, and you have an excellent Portuguese army. At 10k high period, you really gotta think about it, and these Levy Spearmen that you would probably never take in a 15k battle because they're just utter crap, to be honest. They become really valuable because they're cheap and they have a lot of men. They have spears. They're really valuable at 10k. So you really need to think about both numbers and quality of troops here. And now, as you can see, I moved my guys. I want to move my guys on this hill, so that he sees that I have a better position than him. So I'm moving my guys here, and he responds. He sees that this hill is a better position, and he moves. He wants to move the whole of his army over here. Now, since I see this as a moment of disorganization in his army, I try to charge with my cav. He sees that, and he moves all of his Byzantine lancers at me. Again, I'm not intimidated. As I said, I'm not intimidated by these guys, so I'm just gonna meet them head on with my general and my 2 units of English knights. These are just medium cav. My English knights can chew them up. And something I find out in this battle, I didn't know that English knights have armor-piercing secondary attack. Look at the axes they have pulled out. They have so that is a great addition to these guys. I didn't know that, which makes them the second next to Imperial, the Holy Roman Empire's Imperial Knights, second Knights unit that employs this kind of an attack in the high period and in high period battles. Also, I think the Teutonic Knights, but those are a different category. Let's see, the Order Knights. I won pretty confident. I won pretty comfortably this fight. My general only losing 3 guys. 15 guys lost and 10 guys by my English knights, and as you can see, I also moved my Levy Spearmen to help out here. So he ran away with his Byzantine lancers, who suffered much more casualties than my guys did. So what I'm doing now is moving all of my guys into position on this ridge, and I'm gonna move them up, move them in line so that they would be able to attack his line. Moving my calf now to the other side. As you can see, I maneuvered a lot, and that's why I love this battle. It involved a lot of maneuvering. It wasn't just two armies getting straight at each other. From the very start, there was a lot of maneuvering, and there was a lot of tactics involved in this. His line is much bigger than his, and I'm not gonna present him with one solid line here. I'm moving my Yeoman Archers and Longbowmen, which are more than half strength, but they did lose some men up here. I'm moving my I'm gonna move my dismounted English knights up there in a minute to give support to these to my archers, so that they cannot be harassed by the calf. And you can see in the background he already started moving his Byzantine lancers at my longbowmen, so that's why I responded with this movement and moved my English archers up there. Look, he's moving them up here in position to attack, and he's moving 2 units over here. But to think that these 2 units can hold out against my general and two English knights units, I don't think that was a smart move. Anyway, he did bet on his Byzantine lancers. As you can see, he's trying to move them into my archers, and here come my English knights right on time to catch these Byzantine lancers. And these guys with the polearms they have armor piercing attack, and they're actually great at dealing with cav. Not so good in infantry against infantry fights, but really good at dealing against cav. And on the other wing, my English knights have engaged again his Byzantine lancers. And now, since I saw that he's moving a lot of his men here, dedicating a lot of effort to this fight, here are the dismounted Byzantine lancers, the mountain ones, and I got spooked off. I thought he was going to bring also some Varangian guard, which with their piercing attack can do a lot of damage to my English knights. So I moved out of there. So I moved out of that fight. He's got his Trebizond archers firing at my guys with fire ammo. He pursues me for a little bit longer with his Byzantine lancers. Maybe I could have just caught these guys over here alone, but well, I didn't. I let them go. And I'm concentrating. I have this hilltop position for my Concord for my missile units, for my longbowmen and Yeoman Archers, which stood up really nicely in the melee fight. And I'm gonna move them into position to harass this wing, and now I'm gonna have to pin these guys with my dismounted English knights. Although I said those guys are not the best for infantry against infantry fights, I'm still gonna have to use them to pin down these guys. Also, I'm engaging his middle with my armored swordsmen, who are luckily at full strength. And there is another engagement coming up against his cav, with my cav against his cav. I think this is the full force of his cav right here. All of his 4 units of Byzantine lancers. Some came back from routing, and because I said I really need to take care of my English knights, because I have only 2 of them and 1 general. I'm bringing also my Byzantine. There goes the Byzantine general. I'm also bringing my my Levy Spearmen up here to help out, kill off these Byzantine lancers more quickly and with less casualties. As you can see, they already started to rout. And also to try to there comes the Varangian guard. This is the really important moment. I really need to engage these guys and not let them get my guys into melee. So that's why I'm running around. I'm running away from this conflict. I don't want to get caught by the Varangians. I just want to pin them down with my Levy Spearmen somehow, and charge, and again charge them. Charge the heck out of them, actually. That's what I'm doing. As you can see, I retreated, and now I'm going to charge these guys. Although this was a really sloppy charge, as you can see, not quite the effect that I wanted, but still they will suffer casualties from this one. But I will do this continuously on this wing until the whole wing starts to rout. Let's see what's happening in what's happening in other parts of this map. As you can see, 3 units of Levy Spearmen holding out against these Varangians. My Armoured Swordsmen are, I'm pretty sure, are going to totally kick the butt of the other Byzantine infantry. Here you see he's trying to flank me, but this was pretty sloppily executed. Trying to flank my Armoured Swordsmen, who are fighting on this whole line, are fighting the Byzantine Lancers and Byzantine infantry. As you can see, they're pretty successful at it. Here I have my English knights, dismounted English knights against the Byzantine infantry, and sadly these two-handed units here are relatively bogged down. But well, what can we do about it? I like using them both for flavor, and they do have their uses actually. From the back, my Longbowmen and Yeoman Archers doing their damage. This battle is about to get resolved at this moment, and because I want to do it, I want it to be resolved in my favor. I'm betting on this wing actually, and I'm continually charging. The Byzantines with my English knights, and then retreating them, and then charging again. As you can see, it's a never-ending process, and I just want them to rout really bad, because I want to give support to my other guys fighting on this line as soon as I can, because I know that they need it, because they are outnumbered, I think, at some parts, and my opinion of the English knights has just after this battle has gone up. Not as crappy as I thought they are. Pretty good actually. Okay, let's say they're okay unit, as good as the Imperial Knights probably. And I finally managed to rout these Varangians after they received several charge. This frees up my English Knights and my 3 units of Levy Spearmen. The most important part is that it frees my English Knights, and now I will try doing hammer and anvils on this whole line, in the backs of the Byzantine soldiers. He commits more men, as you can see. He commits even his Trebizond Archers in a desperate attempt to save the situation. But it's not going his way from this point on. It was a good game by my opponent, definitely. He had a plan. It's just that the Byzantine troops, well, at the high period, it's when they begin to lose their edge. They really come. Oh, my guys are really tired. That's not good. It's in the early period when they really shine, and they start losing it in the high period, and they totally suck at the late period. In the late period, no gunpowder. Here I will charge these guys in the back, and this is a well-executed charge that instantly routs these guys. My Armoured Swordsmen, as you can see, didn't lose a lot of men. They're a really good backbone unit, as good as the Chivalric Knights, if you ask me. And in the high period, and this is the point at which, well, you can see that the battle. Sorry, guys, the battle is already decided. Only my dismounted English Knights, again, very tired. All this marching around and the hilly terrain has made them really tired. My dismounted English Knights are fighting against these Trebizond Archers and Byzantine infantry, but they're not going. Well, I have a lot of troops, so nothing spectacular they can do. I frauded these guys too. At this point, I have lost 38% of my army, and my opponent has lost 78% of his army. So the battle is decided. What can I say about this English army? It needs a lot of micromanagement. You need to know what unit type to use in what situation. Really need to work to support every unit in this game. Every unit needs to support every other unit actually. Well, this is maybe sounds as a general rule for every army build, but I think it especially goes for this English army. It's really fun to play with. It's really fun to control, but as I said, you need to micromanage it a bit more. You cannot afford to lose in the beginning of the battle your infantry, because that will totally leave you crippled. We chatted with my opponent, and he said, "No, I'm not giving up. I'm fighting to the last man." I said, "Okay." It was an honest response, an honest way to deal the battle. He didn't run away through the whole of the map. He just engaged my guys in the last ditch Byzantine stand. and this is about the point. Well, the battle is in our favor, really? Hey, seriously? I mean, seriously. I love it when this guy shows up with some spectacularly dumb comment or obvious comment over there. And this is the last unit I think left. The unit of dismounted Byzantine lancers, and there goes the neighborhood. The battle is won by the English. Thanks to well, I think this goes to the army composition. The most important part was the army composition. As you can see, I deployed 1,477 guys. He deployed 1,621 guys. I lost 492. He lost 1,430 guys. And the number of kills, when we take a look at the number of kills, we see that my calf really excelled. Really nice number of kills by my General Bodyguards and English Knights. Almost, no, 300, not almost, 300. The Yeoman Archers also did good, and the Longbowmen with an average of around, I don't know, 80 kills, really good. Levy Spearmen did their job, Armoured Swordsmen also, so a really balanced number of kills for all of my units. As you can see, as I said, it's a mirror it's a consequence of this army being a well-balanced army. So guys, thanks for watching. I hope you'll stay around for more, and more will come, I promise you. Bye bye, take care.